Hey guys, Elliott here in Denver. Wanted to say first and foremost, I'm really sorry that I will not be going to Games Day this year. I love working for Forge World and I always have a great time at the events. So I hope you understand why I couldn't be going. But I wanted to make sure that you guys had an opportunity to see my Chaos Dwarf army. I'm super stoked about it and I think it's an absolutely beautiful army. I'm honored that you guys would make a fantasy army and I think it came out really, really good. So enough of looking at me and let me show you something that looks good. So this is my Chaos Dwarf army. You can see that I stuck with the whole theme of the molten magma army, and you can see the show board that I did and all the movement trays with the fire and all the fire running through it. I tried to offset that with a lot of the oxidizations. I used the Forge World powders to make a lot of rusting effects. So on the movement board, you can see each one of these individual rivets. I created each one of those by hand with a hex cardstock and then put all the little bolts through them and everything else like that, and you can see the oxidization running down and everything, and I did that with the Forge World powders. In addition, if you take a look at them, I did some really cool patinas on the model and got into all kinds of stupid detail with each one of the individual rivets, as well as doing all the guys' flesh. Each one of their scales ends up being 4 different types of silver just to get the scales looking the way I wanted it to. The magma cannon was a lot of fun. Once again, the guys came out really good, like the flesh. Put the magma up in the top so it kind of matches the board and everything like that. And wanted the army to have a certain look to it. Lastly, I did some conversions where I wanted, reading in the Tamurkhan, it showed that the Chaos Dwarves have a lot of slaves. And I noticed that you guys put a slave up on the cannon, so I thought I'd create some slaves that are carrying, converted fire claves. So I did the multiple barrels with the knives on it and stuff, so that it represented it kind of as a unit filler. And I did 4 different types of those to match in with the army and try and make it unique. So you can see that guy there standing looking all badass with his big old pistol and holding his cannon up on his shoulder with all the cool stuff. Really liked all the models that you guys built, all the way down to just an incredible level of detail. And each one of the characters in the character kit's really beautiful. Finished up today and actually did the Kadai Fireborn. This guy is just amazing. I love the way the fire laces in through the armor and wraps around the armor, and then you can get into all the little chains that hold everything together and how the fire wraps around the chains. And I mean, if you get into this model, whoever sculpted this just did an amazing job. It looks like a simple model until you get into it, and it's just like, wow. So that's kind of where I'm at with the army right now. I'm wrapping up today with my big bull. Had a great time sculpting or painting up the bull. It's a really good sculpt as well, with the way the bones lace in through the flesh and things like that. I'm going to finish up the armor today, and he'll be all ready to go. So there's a really cool model. And then last but not least, I was so inspired by the army that you guys built that I'm building my own army centerpiece right now. And this here is going to be a war machine / unit filler that's going to go in the center of one of my big units of regular troops. And it's going to be kind of like their altar, their war bull altar that's going to roll out to battle with them. So you guys can see I use a lot of different Forge World and GW parts to build that bad boy up, and some diamond plate. So there it is. I greatly appreciate you guys making such a great looking army and putting all the time into sculpting the models, and I'm sure you can tell by the sales that it's just going great, and I love my army, and thank you very much. I look forward to bringing it to PAX-Con and showing it off to all the people that are coming to the Forge World booth. And hope to see you guys in the future at upcoming Games Days. And I will bring this army and see if I can compete in Armies on Parade and win it in honor of Forge World. So thank you so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful one and take care.